So, uh, I don't know. Summer's coming up. I'm gonna be playing the game more.
Yeah.
Um, I'm
Sorry to hear
seeing some
that. No, I'm
self.
just kidding. Just kidding. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm seeing myself improve. Just by playing more because during school, I'd really only play a couple games a day and not consistently.
Yep.
But on like breaks, I'd really see myself improve and then get worse over as I have like more work to do. But yeah, I've just been seeing myself improving, um, and I kind of enjoy that feeling. So I just wanted to, yeah, I don't
Okay.
know.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. Let's get. So how long you been playing Overwatch?
Um, I've been playing Overwatch for a while now since like the Metro rework.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I've just started. I mean, I was in bronze until Overwatch 2 released. So
Nice. So where are you
yeah.
at right now?
I'm fluctuating in plat.
Okay. Congratulations. That's a huge step up. What do you think kind of pushed you up to where you are right now? Besides a little bit of SR inflation, but that's not bronze to plat level, not even close. So you must have
Um,
gotten good. How?
well, it's just I don't know, growing older. I mean, I played the game when I was like I don't know what age that is, but I just wasn't good at video games in general.
Yeah.
I first person shooters aren't anything new to me.
Mm-hmm.
I play a lot of them, Apex, Valorant. I'm Diamond in Valorant, Plat in Apex.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just I don't know. I just enjoy first person shooters, so a lot of the skills that carry over do carry over.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I just it's like I just started trying in Overwatch. I didn't really care about the game before.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. Okay. Well, welcome to the Plat Club. And I'm seeing through your form here. Let's see here. I'm currently seeking improvement. Or you're currently seeing improvement in your gameplay already. What kind of improvements have you seen already?
Um, I've just noticed that I'm making better choices. It, a little story is the way I used to play Hanzo was I'd play like 1v1 Hanzo and it would just work because I mean my opponents weren't the best and I feel like my aim carried through my terrible decisions. I would like take one-on-ones with just anybody I see and then
Sure.
just hit the two body shots. And then I either get one more and then die, or I just die. So,
Okay.
I realized that I need to like play back more,
Sure.
and I take different angles and stuff. But I've really been loving taking off angles.
Nice. Nice. Welcome to the Offingle Church. We're very dedicated to our off angling, and we have our weekly services. So, welcome to the
Yeah.
club. What do you hope to get out of the session? Some help to improve more efficiently. All right. What are your long term, short term goals? And you got a spicy one, Masters next week.
I have some backup to that.
Okay.
Um, you might have noticed the what's it called? The PayPal name under what?
Yeah. It was a different
Um,
payment. Yeah, 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 yeah.
no, no, no. But that's my friend. He bought a coaching session from you about a week ago.
Lord
The
of
session was about
Snacks.
a week ago. Yeah, yeah, that's
Yes.
him.
Yes.
Um, no, well, he's my duo queue partner. Um, I think last break, somewhere, like a month ago, we grinded a lot during that week span.
Uh huh.
Um, I was Diamond 5, I believe, and he was Masters. Yeah, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
or yeah, I think he was Masters 5. Um, and we were just queuing for that week straight, and we were both doing very well, and then we were just very inconsistent.
Yes.
Some games we'd like play very well, make smart decisions, and we'd get into like some rules where we just go down, down, down.
Uh huh.
But I just think Masters is very doable.
Okay, sure. I don't know if I would agree with you on next week, but I
No,
would
yeah,
def.
that he told me that you like very specific goals, so I don't.
Okay, well, I respect it. Okay, fair enough. I do like specific goals, but I think don't be careful with. Let's put it this way: you want to get to masters. That's a long term goal, and by long term, I don't mean 7 years from now. But the short term goal is going to be what do we need to improve on to get you there, and maybe we can figure that out in the review itself. Because obviously, like to get to masters, you don't just like wake up on the side of the bed and decide I'm going to be masters. You have to improve your cooldown usage, your positioning, your mechanics, your aim. All those kind of things have to improve. Okay, a lot of people ask me like, what's the difference between a platinum Hanzo and a diamond Hanzo, or a bronze diva and a silver diva? And the answer is I don't know. Like everything. It depends on the person, right? Like you could get to masters with phenomenal aim or phenomenal positioning. Most people it's usually like an amalgamation of a lot of different things. It's like a fruit salad, right? Sometimes you got fruit salad with a little bit of watermelon. Sometimes you got fruit salad with a lot of grapes. I hate that type of fruit salad, right? But the fruit salad depends on who makes it, depends on how you get there, but it's still a fruit salad. So if you want to get to masters, are you going to get to masters through this VOD review talking about cooldown usage? Are you going to significantly improve your positioning, your ult usage? I don't know. We'll see what you need, and we'll see what you need to do to get there. Okay, so Hanzo, are you an OTP?
Oh yeah, yeah. But, I want to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, why are you not?
Sometimes I get bored, or I know I can win the game or win a fight if I swap,
To what?
but to somebody else, I
Is it
mean, I
does it
don't.
depend? Do you just have like a little bit of a couple of backup options?
Yeah, I think I can play um other the other like any
Sure.
other DPS to us to my to my rank level.
Yep. Yep.
Um but I want to stick with one, maybe two, well, one or two, just to bring those out instead of leveling um out with everybody. I don't know.
I,
Does that
I,
make sense?
I think that's wise. I think that's wise. Yes. And then obviously, if that changes, if you get bored of Hanzo and you're like, I'm gonna be I'm gonna pick up Tracer now, or I'm gonna play more Reaper, or like, I don't know, maybe gonna swap to Winston. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. But I think you're at a point in time where if you've been playing the game for a while, I think applying yourself to a couple of heroes is a good goal. So, what are you based off of your gut instinct right now? What do you think is going to be or would be that second hero? What do you enjoy the most
Um,
besides Hanzo?
I mean, the usually the go-to pick is Genji, but I feel like I don't I'm not gonna be putting in enough time to play that as a second.
Okay.
Um, when I'm struggling with Hanzo, Genji does work. Um, but yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Okay. So
Maybe
that's
Tracer too.
sure. So just I guess it's not an answer that you need to give me right now. It's just more of a question that I'm giving to you that I'm encouraging you to
Mhm.
answer on your own time. And I would back
Okay.
up your gut instinct, which is like I don't like swapping when something doesn't feel good, especially if it's
Mhm.
just something kind of whatever. Like, oh, I'm just gonna go cast because it. Don't do that because like even if I answer some of the questions that you may have about like what adjustments you need to be making with your play, I'm going to be like scratching the surface. There is a wealth of knowledge about Hanzo, about how to play different matchups that you need to practice and figure out honestly on your own.
Yeah,
And if you're swapping when it gets things go a little bit rough, instead of adjusting,
exactly.
you need to adjust. You need to learn how to don't just do the same thing over and over again and expect, but do try different things. Like if you're playing Hanzo into pharmacy, how do you adjust? If you're playing Hanzo into full dive, how do you adjust? Hanzo into ball, how do you adjust? Hanzo into Widowmaker, how do you adjust? And if you don't know the answer to that, or even if you know the answer but you're just not very good at it, well, there you go. That's what you need to be doing. Okay.
Mhm.
What's your training time like right now? You said that obviously, I'm sure with school and things like that, it can be a little bit hit or miss. But what is it going to be like for the near future? Every day, every week, on average.
I can definitely make it like a scheduled thing.
Okay.
I definitely have time to add it into it like an everyday
Do you have
thing
it?
instead
Are
of
you the type of person to normally schedule things like that?
no, but since I've started doing that for school, I'm probably gonna be doing it for everything else too.
Okay, sounds good. So, what do you think is a reasonable thing for you to do every day? And I want you to aim low. Don't aim high.
Yeah. Warming up before I play is a huge factor. Sometimes I'm just way too lazy to do it, but it helps immensely.
How long do you take you to warm up?
I'd say about 10 minutes in the like the aim training thing, and yeah,
Is that in game or
it,
out of game?
in game, in game.
Ah, good. I knew you were nervous with that one. Okay, yeah, yeah, you're good. 10 minutes is good. Okay, and then playtime.
Like how many games I play?
Sure.
I stop when I realize I'm not enjoying the game or
Okay.
I'm not doing well to take a break. But usually I go on maybe 5 to 7 game spans.
Okay, that's good. I would say if you play are able to get a good average 5 to 6, 5 to 7 games a day, we can get you to the
Okay.
diamond with that. I think it's very reasonable. Maybe even higher from that. But let's just aim for that right now and not just play 5 to 7 games, but really play 5 to 7 games. Like treat it
Mhm.
like a sport. Like you're really applying yourself on a drill, and then see what happens. See how you go. Okay. The warm up 10 minutes is good. What do you feel is holding you back from improving? You say mentality. Don't take it seriously enough. Don't prepare. Elaborate,
Yeah,
please.
the the don't prepare part is the I don't warm up. Like sometimes I just don't feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Usually Overwatch is something where like I'm either having a bad day, I'm just frustrated or I'm stressed and I just hop on to like just relieve that stress. Um, but I want to more like relieve that stress and then play Overwatch.
Sounds like a good
Um,
idea.
Maybe like read a book or something and then I like prepare to play Overwatch. Mentality wise, I don't know, it's just a mess up there. I mean, sometimes when I don't warm up and I get mad that I'm not playing as well as I would if I did warm up, I start like taking these off angles where I need to hit the shot, and if I warmed up, I would hit the shot. Um, I don't know.
You're punishing yourself for not doing what you ought to do. I'm just gonna do it until I hit the shot. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. That's not a very productive way of doing it. So here's what you do when you're put in those situations. You stop what you're doing and you go warm up.
Mm.
I don't care if you're 2, 3 games in. You stop what you're doing, you go warm up. If you are not sticking with your schedule, the solution is not to brute force it. The solution is to stick with your schedule. Make yourself go
Yeah.
all the way back and do it. Be like your mom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like make yourself do the uncomfortable stuff that you should have missed. And next time maybe you won't forget to do it because so you don't have to do it halfway through the middle of a session.
Mhm.
And you don't need a long time either. If you feel warm after 5 minutes, go play for after 5 minutes. But I think responding to you making a mistake with anger or frustration and punishing yourself for making that doesn't fix the issue. Nobody.
Yeah.
It'd be like, let's put it this way: if in criminal law, I'm not going to go into, I don't know enough about this, but I won't go into details. But like, let's say somebody steals $1 million from you.
All right.
That person priority is to pay you back the money that they stole. You could see that person locked up in a dungeon for 40 years, but that's not going to pay you back the money that you stole. Now, there might be some sort of internal justice about like, yeah, we need to discourage people from doing that. But the priority needs to be get your freaking money back, right? So if you cheap yourself and you don't warm up, the solution isn't to make yourself miserable. The solution is to give yourself what you owe, your warm up.
Okay.
It's not productive to treat it any other way, right? Otherwise, you're just going to be demotivating yourself from playing the game, period, which is obviously not what you want, right? So what's the point in that? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's make sure that we do that if we can. Hours of sleep, around 7. How old are you?
15.
Not enough sleep. Respectfully. Not enough sleep. I'm nearly double your age, and I get more sleep than you do. And supposedly, as you get older, you need more sleep. And I don't even know if that's true or not. But man, oh man, I can't function without 8. Now I know I'm a little bit of an outlier, but I would encourage you to bump that up, even if it's just a 7.5. Make the time that you are awake that much more valuable. Okay. I don't have any other questions. Do you have any other questions?
At the start of the questions, I
Yeah.
sounded a little bit cocky with the rank thing. The reason for that.
I didn't take the cocky. I just took it as confident. But keep going.
Okay. Um, I don't know. Just recently, I've been kind of bashing myself because um I'm telling myself I shouldn't still be in plat right now. Like I'm noticing a lot that it's pretty frequent where I just play through everything I don't warm up, and
Yep.
that's why I'm staying here. But
Yep.
I just keep telling myself that it's like for some different random excuse.
Right.
Um, but yeah, that this morning I was nervous because I wanted to when I did this interview to be in Diamond because I think the Plat Road was more of like a mental thing, like a more like a self journey, and then I wanted to that I feel like I would have gotten stuck in Diamond, not like
Right.
need the help in Plat.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know.
Right. I know what you're saying. You feel like I feel like I would want this session to if I figured out this problem already, and then I could actually focus on what I needed to do in Diamond, right?
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
doesn't need to be that complicated. Like, let's for example, maybe I just need to be the kick in the pants that you needed to get over yourself with this stuff, right? To stop punishing
Okay.
yourself and to actually focus. And also, the difference between your Platinum Hanzo, in terms of like the cooldowns, air angles, ult usage, and
Yeah.
Diamond
Yeah.
Hanzo is not going to be that big. There's
Uh-huh.
still going to be things in your Platinum Hanzo gameplay. Most of what we're going to talk about in your Platinum Hanzo gameplay are things that even if you had reached that goal of Diamond Hanzo, we would have talked about them anyway.
Yeah.
So you're not like, oh crap, man, this is going to be stuff that no. It's going to be a whole new world. Trust me. So don't feel like you're cheating yourself again. You're not. You need a kick in the pants. You're getting the kick in the pants. You need more information. You need more ideas. You're going to get more ideas. You're going to get more information. You're doing fine. Focus on what we need to do to improve. Do you have any other questions?
Nope.
Okay. Give me the replay code and let's roll.
Okay. This morning I woke up at what was it, 7, and I tried to get a game in. Oh,
I can
was
tell.
so-
You're Pacific time, so
yeah.
it's a little bit
I was
earlier for
a
sure.
little bit nervous getting these games.
No,
but,
you're good.
yeah.
You're good. I play on stream and look like a complete jackass, so if I can embarrass myself in front of my viewers, then you'll be fine. Okay, let's get this pulled up, then I'll start the stream. So I'm making zero assumptions here. What is Hanzo good at? What is the hero's strengths, or are the hero's strengths? Also, nice.
Thank you.
This is such a great combo right here. This is just beautiful right here. I'm literally gonna. I need this outfit. Go ahead.
I love all the pink skins.
This is great.
But I think he's very dangerous in damage.
Yeah.
You can't be out in the open for too long because you get punished if you're playing against Hanzo.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless it's me and Hanzo, then you're fine. You're safe.
I can't think of much on my.
Yeah.
Getting dived. I've gotten over the hump of panicking when I get dove.
Nice.
Maybe not in this game. I don't know. I was kind of nervous to give you the stream, but usually I just take my time, and then those 2 shots or 1 headshot come pretty cleanly.
Yeah, sick. Oh, I'm glad to hear that that's something that you're progressing with. Obviously, if there's anything in this code you're like, well, I normally don't make that mistake, you just let me know. We don't have to like. It's like we want a good representation of the gameplay. So if this isn't a great representation, we'll use it more of a talking point and less of like, okay, you stop doing this. And so we'll be like, oh, what you do? Well, okay, well, there you go. Okay, well that was easy enough. Now, this is something that I actually had a session with not too long ago, but I'm going to ask you the same question. How do you position as Hanzo? What are you looking for?
I was also realizing I'm going way too close. Usually I like to position next to a wall that I can jiggle from. But yeah.
Yeah. It's the distance though, right? Like for most heroes in the game, you have a distance advantage. Now, you can beat a lot of heroes up close, but the way to think about it is that you can't beat a lot of heroes up close if they have cooldowns. Tracer has blinks, Soldier has helix, Reaper has shift. Like there's a lot of things that you can kill up close, but they're a little bit spooky, right? So when you have an advantage with range, abuse the advantage as much as you possibly can. And then, like you said, playing close to a wall as well. So okay, let's go. I like this little adjustment here. And see now do you see that you've created a sight line onto that tracer? And yet not only a sight line, but what's the distance between yourself and the tracer?
She can't do much damage to me.
Right. She can't do much damage. And if she wants to dive you, how many blinks is she going to have to use?
At least 2, and my team's on me.
And at least 2. And that's a hard, scary thing for a tracer to use 2 blinks. That's very scary. Good Sonic. Like a little bit of wall climbing there to create an angle. Oh, boy.
Yeah, off angle.
Oh, boy. Now, what's the problem with this off angle? There's 2 problems with this off angle, and we'll talk about it. What's the first problem?
My jump's on cooldown. I was kind of expecting the fight to be a little bit
So
later, but
cooldowns,
it's
right? Cooldowns.
yeah.
Lunge. What's the other in cooldown that's even more important than jump?
Maybe sonicking
Yes.
the play. Okay.
Yeah, Sonic. Now, you might not want to Sonic now to give away the flank, but as soon as,
Yeah.
let's say you take one shot, then you Sonic the floor, that gives you information about whether they're trying to kill you, right? So that's the
Yeah.
problem, okay? What's the number 2 problem with this flank? This is more about the positioning and less the cooldowns.
The route that I took, it's very open. If I try to run away, I'm not gonna have like much cover to
Not
hide
really.
behind.
You have plenty of cover. You can also wall climb back up here. You're safe.
I
Consider
don't
the
know the.
range. How close is this to Ana? How
Oh,
close is
very
this to Zarya?
close.
How close is this to Tracer? Right now, they are playing a more pokey ranged comp, right? So it's not as bad as it could be. But let's put it this way: this isn't a bad play. You just need to understand the risks involved with a flank like this.
Right.
Right? It's Colosseo first point. There's not really a lot of options here. But
Hmm.
if you're going to take a high risk, high reward play like this, then I would like, at the very least, to eliminate the first problem, which was the lack of Sonic
Cooldowns.
and the last of Lunge. So if you're going to take a high risk, short flank like this, you need at least both of these.
Okay.
Nice.
I should have gone out here.
Yeah, and you egoed. You've already won the fight for your team, so just play it safe. You don't have HP to continue that flank, and you've also given away your positioning.
Got it.
Okay, let's keep watching. And obviously, if any questions come up, just let out a blood-curdling scream, and I will stop.
All right.
Nice. All right. Now you can Sonic this here if you want to. Just line up some shots. You can absolutely like Sonic here. Just take some pot shots, right? Your Sonic is used for 2 purposes. What are those 2 purposes?
To give me the edge on the next shot,
Or
to see if someone's flanking or just
exactly.
work
That's
cooldown.
it. Information, just for the sake of information, or information to hit a shot. Do you need information for the sake of information right now? Are you scared of flanks and angles right now?
I mean, I know that the tracer's on my right. Maybe a sonic arrow could help me hit a next shot if I put
Right.
it deep enough.
But it's for the next shot because you know they're all here. You don't need to be like, oh, I wonder if they're over here, right? No.
Right.
So
right.
just use it. That's fine. Just use it. Hit a shot here. Make it easier on yourself. Now you have to Sonic the right? Because the tracer's there.
Okay.
And you do. Right? You do Sonic here. It's good. What?
Yeah. I don't know what he was doing.
I don't know what he's doing either. All right, let's go. I like this position. I like the high ground that we have. Now, this is what we call the plat magnet. You heard me use that term before?
It makes sense though.
Right? Where you are trying to hit shots so your body is sucked into the void. Now, if it makes you feel any better, I call it the plat magnet because I want to be insulting and I want to hurt people's feelings. Okay. But Overwatch League players, Grandmaster top 500 players make this exact same mistake, right? So it's a very common error. But what should she be doing here?
Stayed up there maybe.
As soon as she blinks out here,
Go back up.
just go right back. Go right back. Keep your angle, right? Because from here, are your sightlines necessarily any better? Not really. Are you at a higher risk of dying? Absolutely. There's no real point. If you're going to take a more aggressive angle than this, what is that more aggressive angle?
More risky.
Right. And where is that?
Farther up.
Farther up, or watch this. You see? Let's establish aggression as not just proximity, in other words, how close you are to the target, but the angle itself, how deep the angle is itself, right? This was an aggressive position in terms of proximity, but it was too aggressive for your hero versus the composition. You should have gotten grabbed. You should have just gotten Nanozara, you're dead, right? We needed a more aggressive angle, not in terms of proximity, but a more aggressive angle in terms of a deeper angle itself, right?
Got it.
That's what we want to see. Dragon is fine. It's not particularly amazing, but it's fine. Probably would have preferred to just save it, but it's fine. Now, what should you be doing with your Sonic Arrow now?
To use it to hit the next shot.
Yes, you don't need any information whatsoever right now. Use it at the next shot. And that means where should you be positioned right now?
Further back.
Further back, why? Are you at a good distance right now?
Too close.
I disagree. I think you're probably fine distance. But what's the problem with your positioning?
I have no cover.
You have no cover. That's why you need to be further away. It's not because this is too close for Hanzo. This is fine. You just have no cover. I prefer you to be yeeting stuff from here with your Sonic Arrow. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay. Maybe. Maybe. Nice. Okay.
I just realized how much I stand still.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay to stand still if you're not being shot at. It makes the shot easier. In fact, that's something that a lot of high-level hit scan players do. Is they don't just hit crazy shots. They make the shots easy by knowing when they can stand still. The problem here is the proximity and sometimes also your lack of cover usage. I wouldn't say standing still is a huge issue. Okay, nice discipline with the reset. Love to see it. Sonic on the flank there. A little bit of information. Nothing's there, so where should your next Sonic be?
To hit the next shot.
To hit the next shot, right. Now, you're going to be doing a lot of those Sonics on this map and versus this composition, but obviously if you play in like Numbani versus a Tracer Sombra, you're going to be hitting most of your Sonics for information and less Sonics for lining up shots. Again, the Sonic is sitting on cooldown for way too long. You could be making your next shot easier if you just used it for ego here. Just use it for shots. You could Sonic this. You know? It's definitely something to work at. And then now you Sonic it, but now you're like, stuff is getting crazy and now you're not going to even use that Sonic. Probably lost. No way. No way.
I feel like I should have ulted earlier instead of taking those shots.
I think so, probably too. But who knows? Maybe this fight is winnable. That's actually insane. I caster cursed. I did the opposite. I said this isn't gonna work, and then it worked. See, this is your key to getting to Masters next week. I'll sit in your voice channel. You know, you'll stream, and I'm just gonna say you're not gonna hit this shot. You're not gonna hit this shot, and you're just not gonna miss. Alrighty.
Oh, this annoyed me.
There you go.
Took me a couple of tries to get out.
Nice. Get him. Get him. This fight's lost. Get a kill.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, you're fine. Fight was lost. Go for a clutch. You did good. Okay. Do you have any questions so far, by the way? We're moving at a brisk pace, but...
I don't know. I'm kind of just observing right now.
Okay. Me too. Obviously, the idea of the Sonic was fine, just badly aimed.
I feel like I should have followed my tank and gone with that off angle.
Maybe, but we've already established that angle as being problematic. Why?
Oh, because it's too close.
Right. Does it mean it's bad? Does it mean going with your Junker Queen is bad? No, it could have worked. But you could also just go like, well, I'm going to help my Junker Queen by off-angling from main, where there's a little bit more distance. That would have worked as well, right?
Okay.
So I don't think it's neither good nor bad. It just was. And it was really your choice about what to do. Over to healing. I beg. Again, the Sonic misses. You have successfully established the location of the stone wall across the map. And that's, again, important here. Is this going to be a fight-winning or fight-losing mistake? No, not necessarily. But I really, really would like a Sonic here to help you line up these shots and these guys, right? I mean, even just a little bit of information for your team, too. Remember, the Sonic is team-wide, so that's really unfortunate. Fight's lost. I think that's just Sonic usage. A little bit of mechanics. It happens. I think your mechanics so far have been good enough, but those were some deep shots. Nothing hit. Keep rolling the dice. Now, where should you be now? As quickly as you
On
possibly
the
can.
bridge.
Okay. Why? Why should you be on the bridge?
There's cover and it has a wider sight angle.
Okay. Is a deeper off angle always better? If all things are equal, you can get just as much healing, has just as much cover, just as much high ground. Is a deeper off angle better?
Oh yeah, because it's another angle you have to worry about.
Right. It splits the retention even further. So that's not always the case, though. Deeper off angles are usually more risky, right? You can't get healed. Maybe it's too close, right? Like we saw in first fight here. But if you look at this here, you could probably guess where I want you to be, right?
Yeah.
Where should you be? Not just bridge,
On the
but here, right? Can you still get healed from here? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you have cover from here? Absolutely. Do you have mini from here? Yeah, absolutely. Do you have high ground from here? Absolutely. There's nothing that's better about this versus this. This is better in every single way.
Okay.
So take it. Let's see.
Yeah.
Because now, you see how scary this is? Look at this. The Zarya is throwing right clicks and hitting 3 people. You gotta be kidding me, right? That's way too much. Split their attention. Easier access to backline. You know, for example, also, do you want to guess where that enemy Sonic is? Do you want to guess?
Where? On that team.
You see it?
Yeah.
Can you guess where the Junkrat is currently spamming?
At the Sonic.
And the Kiriko? And if the Ana were to nade, where would she nade?
Right where everyone's revealed.
Right. You're making it too easy. You're making it too easy. If you can have a long sight line and a flank without being isolated from your supports, you want it. So, okay, let's keep going. Kind of a weird Storm Arrow usage. Obviously, use it to win 1v1s, but like you just kind of used it there. It's a 10-second cooldown. I would prefer you to even just sit it here and then, oh, she's feeding. Use it, you know. Or maybe that Hanzo overextends and you've got it in your back pocket. Like right now, Storm, right? Oh, okay. Well, never mind. See, I told you. This is perfect. I'm gonna be like, you know, you need it. Oh, okay, never mind. You don't need it. Okay, brilliantly done. All right.
Wait, something I've noticed is that when
Yes.
I'm missing shots, I tend to do the wall climb jump shot. I don't know what the pattern in that is, but it's just it never works. Where like I try to jump over something and hit the shot.
Okay, so what you do here?
Yeah, like that.
Why do you use wall climb when you go for a shot? You were doing it on first fight too. You would wall climb up, and then you hit a shot.
It's not the same angle.
Right.
But,
and why was it important versus this composition?
Because it's just spamming at the
It's a Hanzo.
like the entrances.
Right. It's a Hanzo,
right.
and even a Kiriko, right? You would like to. This is very important with Widowmaker duels as well. You need to be unpredictable with your peaks, right? Now, a lot of Hanzo is just spam and spam and spam, but even if you could spam and make it trickier for them to place their crosshair at the right angle, it's fine. It's hard to do because it also moves your crosshair. But the difference between you wall climbing and shooting and them not wall climbing and shooting is you know your crosshair is going to need to make some adjustments, right? They don't. They don't know that you're going to wall climb. You're behind a wall. So then they poke their crosshair out here and they're like, oh, shoot, he's up there, right? Now, looking at it from that angle, no pun intended, what's the advantage out of doing this right here?
I get a view of the whole team.
Could you have gotten the view of the whole team from this position here?
Oh, right. But, yeah, I don't know then.
Yeah. But where do you think the Hanzo would be aiming his arrow? Or the Kiriko aiming her spam? You ready?
Oh, right here, yeah.
Right here. See where her crosshair is? And see where you are?
That's true.
You see? So that's the advantage of the wall climb. It will mess up your aim, but it's a price that you're willing to pay sometimes. Now, if they're on Reaper, Torb, or maybe even Torb's scary, but like Reaper Tracer, there's no point wall climbing. Just stand still and hit your shots, right? You don't need to be playing sniper games versus a Reaper. But something to consider. But it's not a bad idea. Does that make sense? That's pretty advanced micro stuff.
No, it does.
Okay. Excellent, Sonic. And now look at that. Look how scared he is. He's not even peeking. I tell you, I'm caster cursing you so bad right now. Everything I say is coming to life. A little bit of the plat magnet. You see it?
Yeah.
I understand. You want to finish this kill, but this fight is not won. It's not won. It's not in the bag. Your team is behind you. You're frontlining. Be very careful. Sayonara. Oh, no. No. I thought this fight was won. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, that was.
It's okay. It's okay. It happens. It happens. You get excited, right? Okay, let's put it this way. If you were to push,
I thought she was isolated.
it's Kiriko. She's never isolated, right? So if you were to push here or to play more aggressively, how would you play more aggressively?
Just stay up top and shoot.
Stay
her.
up top, and then let's say she backs up to here. Do you pursue? Yes, but where and how do you pursue?
To the right.
To the right. You keep distance. You don't end up in the middle of the enemy team. So when you create an advantage, you continue to push, but you don't go for the heart. You keep chopping away at the periphery. You kind of see what I'm saying? You work your way around. Very important. They're not down. They ain't over till it's over, right? And as you saw right there. Okay, let's keep watching. Like, this is a very aggressive position in terms of the angle. But what do you have here? Range. So you're pretty comfortable here. And this is an extremely aggressive position. But what do you have? Range. So now if this was something with a lot of flankers, you would need to be very cautious. But even versus a lot of flankers here, at least you'd have a little bit of distance between yourself and the flanker. You could land some shots. So I'm fine with this. Let's see what you got. Surprised you didn't Sonic that? Maybe in the heat of the moment.
After I hit the first shot.
Yeah, like, like even on the first shot, right? So like in a Hanzo, if you're confident you're gonna hit a shot here, you could just aim like at his hips, Sonic it, and if you miss, it still gets you information. If it hits, then he's cooked. By the way, if it's a strict 1v1, and there's nothing like, oh, I have to, you know, if it's a literal 1v1, take it. As long as you have an advantage, as long as you know where let's say assuming that like if you have Storm Bow, if you have Sonic Bow, and you have Lunge and you're full HP, take it. If you're at a disadvantage, don't take it. If you're at an advantage, take it. If it's neutral, take it. Because if this is a Platinum Hanzo, you need to be a Diamond Hanzo. You need to beat him. Take it. If you lose it, GG go next. Very nice. My only problem with this Hanzo ult, can you guess what my problem is?
Should have been a little bit to the right.
Yes, placement could have been a tiny bit better, but that's not the most important thing. What's on your screen right now?
All 5?
Well, 4, but yeah. But you're looking at the wrong team.
Oh, are they not in range to... Yeah.
You see?
That's true.
So you took the 1v1 because it was a 1v1, but now you're engaging on the enemy team with an ultimate, and a pretty important ultimate, even though it's, you know, Dragon Lull, and there's nobody really here to follow up off of it. So what should you do instead?
Get closer to that wall and then shoot it.
Sure. And also wait.
Yeah, well, getting closer to the wall would take time.
True. I mean, you could even just stay here and pop some shots. Maybe grab mini, you know? And then even if your queen is like here, your soldier's here, now we can go. Because this dragon is fine. Look at the response. Right? Oh,
usually I don't like...
Go ahead.
Oh, usually I don't like shooting out my dragon from a distance because it gives them longer time to react.
That's true. So, that is true. That's a good point. So getting a little bit closer, getting a little bit of health, waiting for your team, all three of those things could have happened at the same time, and then this dragon would have actually accomplished anything. A better split, maybe a better kill, maybe for some cooldowns, and if nothing else, your team would have been in a position to be able to push off of it better. Okay. Positioning here is fine. We got a little bit of range.
Here's the magnet.
Plat magnet. You got to be careful. It's what cost us last fight. So if you're gonna push around, wrap around, deeper angles, deeper flanks, not run it down. It's fine. A little sloppy with the storm arrow usage. I like channeling it, an inducted shot in the storm arrow usage. I only want to see you pop storm arrow like this when you're guaranteed value, or you're in the middle of a 1v1, or you're hitting shots. That just kind of like you just popped it, you know.
Yeah.
Didn't make a lot of sense. Sonic, right? Good. Got a little distracted by the junk and got logged. Okay, that's okay. It happens. We can choose our battles, right? There's lots of things that we can worry about besides just that, so why worry about it? A little parkour. That's the kind of storm arrow I don't love as much.
Okay.
Right here, this storm arrow makes more sense. Where as you're walking forward, now you can storm arrow this Zarya, even just to force a bubble. Makes sense? Small little detail. I don't think it's been particularly bad for you, but just something to point out. Where should you be? You're up one. You need to push. So where do you push?
Up top.
Right. Even if you don't get up top. Here. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Create distance. Create your angle. They keep backing up. Take top. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Right? Let's get out of here. Yes. Yes. Look at you. It's another one of those dragons. Right? You get excited and you just press it. What's the problem with this dragon?
It doesn't really accomplish much.
Why not? Which team?
Under the bridge.
That's the problem. You could say, oh, it's a 4v5, 5v4, I don't want to use ultimate. Wrong. Totally fine to use an ultimate. Confirm the fight win, right? Clean them up. Especially an ultimate like Dragon. The problem is you're not going to clean them up because your team is in zero position to capitalize off of this whatsoever.
Right.
And it could be the other way too. It could be that your queen is engaging and then you dragon and they're focused on your queen and they die to dragon. Remember the dragon kills that you got here? Why did your dragon kills get kills here even though I didn't think that they would? What was happening?
They were looking at the team on the right.
Right. There was a big messy fight. So then you dragon and then, right? That's how you die to dragon, right? But there's nothing happening right now. Nothing. Literally nothing is happening right now. So why dragon?
Yeah.
Makes sense?
I used to not dragon at all. So I watched a little bit of Arge, and I started treating it like just for one pick or two picks. Well, mostly just for like a confirmed one kill.
Yes. Ouch. Yep.
But yeah, I'm not even getting those confirmed one kills anymore.
Right, and then you have to ask yourself what the problem is. The mentality of using it just to create space, create a split, confirm one kill, totally good. Same thing happens really with every ultimate. Solo grav, solo blade, solo tire. Just get a kill, right? You don't need to be greedy with it. But you're not going to get it if you're using it how you're doing it right now.
Right. My timing's off. I need to
Your timing
make sure
is
they
off.
can capitalize off of it.
Right. The timing is the problem, right? That's the issue. What's the problem with this angle, by the way? I appreciate you going to high ground here, but what's the problem? Why does this feel so scary? Do you see?
The whole team's looking at me.
Right. Why is the whole team looking at you?
Because I just walked up in front of them.
Right. What's happening elsewhere?
My team's pushing up.
Right.
I mean,
but is your team engaged?
No, they're not. They're not in sight.
It's the same problem as a dragon, right? And then also from the range perspective, you're too close, right? I'm not saying this is bad. Very similar to, remember the Colosseo flank? Remember when you went around through here and I was like, this is very close? It's okay, but you got to make sure that your timing is right. Or you got to make sure you got your cooldowns.
Right, right.
This is way too close for when you're doing it. Mori's making the same mistake too. She's like, but she does jack all with the coalescence because it's just her. Good?
Yeah, if I waited to come up here until my team pushed out, I wanted this angle to be like mid-fight where their team's not looking at me and then I go up.
Because like right now, it at least feels okay. Because like you've got your Moira here, you've got an angle here, your team is putting pressure on main. You've now created a little bit of distance, you can get healing. This is good now. I want to see this shot, so I can make sure that you're not, hacking or anything here. Yeah, sorry, dude. You're getting busted. Now this is stupid, respectfully. Where should your Sonic be right now?
On the Junkrat.
On the
maybe?
Junkrat. You want to win this duel, right? You need to get rid of this guy. Your team needs to know that he's here. There's your information. So whether it's not just about lining up shots now. Now it's actually about controlling the space, getting information.
Okay.
Make sense? Okay. Nice. Not a lot of angles you can really control here, so just sit back here and play aim trainer, right? Maybe you can argue like an angle here, but even here feels a little close, right? So I think you're honestly fine. This is just gonna be people like slamming their faces at each other over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Unlucky. I think you're playing fine though. Okay, let's keep going. Is this last fight? Oh, nice. Let's go. Now, do you see their composition?
It's swapped. It's more dive now.
Right.
Well, they have 2 dive and it's more brawly.
Right. So well, forget the dive versus brawly thing as for right now. How close do you want to be versus those heroes?
Way farther.
Way farther, right? Now, you can deal with a Reaper or Junkrat if they get close, but you prefer to not have to worry about that. So what kind of positions and what kind of angles should you be looking for?
Right along the edge right here.
Mm-hmm. It's on them to close the distance with you. You can relax.
I think I still push up here, but...
Well, naturally. There's a reason why you're plat. Is this a good time to dragon?
Well, it was just right before the fight, and I thought they were getting too close.
Sure. It's okay. Maybe could be a teeny bit later. Right now, right? Like as the fight starts. But it's fine.
Right.
It's significantly better than our other dragons, so good enough. Don't get sloppy. Don't get sloppy. Just relax. The only way you lose is if you get cheeky, right? And if you're going to push up, how and where would you push up?
Along the edge.
You'd sit along here, or maybe you'd sit along here, or maybe you'd flank around and wall climb up to here, right? Something cheeky like that. Okay, we have more time, but do you have any questions so far?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like the game was pretty... not straightforward, but I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you want to look at some more footage?
Sure.
You know, shoot another replay code. We got some time.
I don't know about these other replays.
That's why we got to look at them now.
Can I just play one?
Yeah.
Maybe?
You want to do some live coaching? Let's do it.
Yeah, sure.
All right. If you can stream, some folks lose too many frames, but if you can, then yeah.
No, it's not an issue.
All right. Let's do this.
Yeah, this is the warm up.
Alright, let me get this all set up really fast. My computer decided to launch Cortana, and I don't know why. Stupid. Very annoying. Okay, let's get this set up here. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, look at that! You roll the dice, Havana.
I usually go for what's that one in Canada? That's my favorite map.
New Queen Street.
Yeah. Wait. Is it the snowy one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the push map. Yeah.
Yeah, the push map.
I love going around. Right, if we win first fight, and they're about to go down those like steps.
Yeah.
I either go through the shop.
Yeah.
Or around the left, so I can have a wide off angle.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, that's just ingrained in my head.
Okay, let's take a look. Consider your positioning. Use your Sonic wisely. And let's see what we got.
Let's see if I can hit these.
Don't worry about hitting your shots. Just worry about making good decisions.
Okay.
Pink Hanzo. Yes, the skin. No, 12 o'clock. Oh, Pink Hanzo, let's go. Ball behind, ball behind.
Oh.
Score.
So you need your Sonic. This is a close flank, so you need Sonic and Storm.
Right.
Turret now. Forward face, front left. Ball behind.
All still behind, so just be patient. Good use of cover. Good Sonic.
I want this Tracer to push me.
Work that turret on the top
Make
right.
sure that you don't push into her,
Falls
right?
Ah!
You're good. You're fine. Played it. Get your cover.
We're good.
So
Meant to be
your
a little
angle
bit
needs to
lower,
change because they are on Torb Tracers, so create some distance. Very good. Now you're the sniper. Nobody can touch you. Good. Get out of here. Good shot.
Yeah.
Pretty good. A little bit sloppy with your cover usage, though. If you know a Tracer is going to push you, and you did, don't push the Tracer. Wait for her to walk into you, and you shoot her, right? And then you can still jump
That's
out.
good. Turret's
The
down.
good news is that you've mentally boomed them already, so...
Two squishes in the front. Where are you?
But create distance. Press tab as well. Are they still on Tracer?
Yep, they are.
Okay. This is great.
This goes far left. Ball on your backline. Ball on your backline. And Tracer on your back.
Who's on the left here? Oh, it's Torb. Yeah.
So that's a classic example of dive advantages, where you take a long sightline, but it's a sightline where you don't have any, you're completely isolated, right? You can't get any help. So try and take a sightline instead, where your team can support you a little bit easier. Maybe the right long
Tracer's still
sightline
front
instead.
right.
Yeah, this Tracer is...
She's hunting for you. She's ticked off, right? So your priority target number 1.
Yeah, I need to respect that a little bit more.
Covered. Good. And you could just use Dragon for space. The fight started,
yeah,
so
I would have Dragon that.
just use it. Just use it.
Ball disc. Ball disc.
Even just a little bit of space there is fine.
You got him. Tracer's behind us.
She's not gonna recall?
Turret's one.
Nice.
Turret's one.
He's gonna type in Matt chat again, I'm sure. Okay. Don't get sloppy. Create some distance. You're too close.
Ball front right.
Yep, there you go. Good adjustment. There it is. Nice. Cover. Go back to your team. Your supports can't heal you.
Yeah, yeah.
Right now.
Ball's one.
Heal's coming. Heal's coming.
Alright, back up a little bit. Create some distance.
All
Nice
up.
shot.
Oh, what the?
Stay here. Be patient. So they're on Hanzo now, but you still want to create distance versus the rest of their comp, so be careful.
Am I using my storm arrows too much?
You're doing great. Yeah, you're doing fine. Now she's going to be here, so be very careful about closing this distance. You either need to catch her off guard, or she's going to catch you off guard. She's probably above you. Oh, no. The ball is above you.
Nice, let's go.
Nice pick. Nice pick.
Hanzo low, Hanzo low.
Good Sonic.
Okay, we gotta play point now. Come on, point.
Good Storm Air there. Deepen your angle.
On a half, so right. On a front half.
I want you to stay on the right side. Keep your distance. Yes, very good.
Almost like Moira ult.
Hanzo low, Hanzo
See
low.
how.
Yeah.
You're good. So I think you're playing well. I think the only thing here is that there's a little bit of ego with the angles that you take. You're a little bit too confident that I can close the distance quickly and confidently win those duels. And I like that confidence, but I want you to be a little bit more intelligent about it. I think your Sonics are fine. Storms are fine. The Dragon that you did throw out was a little bit random mid-fight, so you hit the timing mid-fight, but you didn't really have anybody that you wanted to aim it for. You just kind of threw it out there.
Okay,
But go ahead.
No, so just hold the Dragon a little bit.
I wouldn't say hold Dragon. I would say have a purpose with the Dragon. Either to clear the ball, Tracer out from high ground, go in the back line, and so on. I think you played well. There's obviously, we know how it goes, right? You play a game, you play well. Honestly, your teammates sucked this game. So nothing you can really do about it. Focus on what you need to be doing on the defense here.
With your.
Are there any situations where I could have Dragon with a better...
Yes. On the retake, when the ball tracer was above you, dragging to clear them would have been fine, or aiming it for the Ana on cart in the backline would have been also fine to force a rotation.
Guys, we're actually doing
Okay.
better than they are stats wise.
Like I said, this is one of the games where I think
Just focus
you've
here a little bit.
played fine. A better Hanzo would have clutched this game, but I think you're playing fine. I don't think you're the problem, at least at this rank. But there are still things that you could be doing better. So focus on scouting comp, decide how you want to angle versus their composition, and smart Sonics. Sonic their door right now.
Yeah, I'm just waiting.
Yeah. Ball. You know where that ball is going to stage from. There it is. It's okay. It's a good shot. I think once you had taken that shot, a little bit more urgency with getting out would have been better towards your supports.
Yeah, this is where I want to go like Tracer or.
You're not going to, though. You're going to stick Hanzo. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So now you're going to be able to get a recontest. So just chill. That ball Tracer is looking for you right now.
Yeah.
Or Cassie, I guess.
I don't want to sit here.
Maybe try right. Try right.
That's
Go
what I'm
ahead.
going for.
Yeah, there you go.
Lucy's on.
I like the trigger discipline there. That was good. I was very patient with each shot. Okay. You played well, mate. I think you played well. I think specifically for what we wanted you to practice at, you did a really, really good job. And that's exactly how you need to be judging each game. Were you a little bit more patient with the timing of your dragons that game?
Okay.
Yes, right? Were you more intelligent about playing your range versus the composition than the Colosseo map?
Oh yeah.
Yes, okay. How was your Sonic usage?
I can't really tell, but
Okay, maybe go back and watch that game.
okay.
Right? Go back and watch it. Just the attack. How about just the attack? Because the defense was fast. Just go back and look at the attack, and then decide if your Sonic could have been done better, and decide if you could have done a better job with your dragons. So I think that's how you want to practice right there. It's a bad game.
Right,
It happens, but it's not a big deal. Go into next game, practice a little bit more. You did a good job. Do you have any questions?
So obviously, as I start playing different playstyles and different skill levels, what do you think that I'm doing right now isn't gonna work anymore?
Nothing you're doing right now isn't going to work anymore. When we talk about timing your dragons better, taking angles with range better rather than plat magneting, being more thoughtful about your Sonic, all of those things will serve you till the end of time. All of them. Don't worry about playstyles that won't work in higher ranks. That's just fake news. That's fake news pushed out by crappy players that don't know what they're talking about. Play the game. Get good. You get good, you rank up. That's it.
All right.
So, Hanzo, what skills do you need to practice? Let's make a short list here.
Not magneting.
Not plat magneting. W key when trying to hit shots. Especially versus those Reaper Tracer comps, but just a good thing to keep in mind in period. Or in general, okay? What else?
Sonic Arrow needs to be used a lot more frequent.
Sonic more frequent, but make sure you have a purpose. Scouting or winning duels. Right?
Right.
Okay. What else?
Storm Arrow should be used less frequent, like not just throwing it out there.
Or good spam, sure. One of the less important ones, I think your Storm Arrow for the most part was mostly good. Fourth one was your dragon. What was the thing with your dragon?
Timing and I don't. I'm using it too frequent and a little too less frequent. I don't know.
Let's put it this way. It has nothing to do with the frequency. It has everything to do with the timing it properly. Use it as soon as you get it, as soon as you possibly can get it, when you have a reason for it and you have a good timing for it. Okay?
Yeah, I need to hold on to a little.
Okay. Keep consideration of range on your angles. And there's your cornucopia. Look at that. 5 things to work at. So that's a lot.
Don't forget to warm up.
Right. Oh, yes. And in general, warm up, be chill, practice. That's a lot of things to work at. So what I want you to do is I want you to go back at the neck on when this call is over. Go check the game that we just played. Look at your
Okay.
Sonics and look at your drag. Look at what you could have potentially dragoned. Answer those 2 questions. Check to see how you did, and then in your next game, pick one of those 5 things and practice it.
All right.
Right? And then you can practice that for a game, for a day, for 2 days. You could practice one thing one game, then another thing the next game. Mix it up. I don't really care. However you want to approach that, that's your call. But don't try to work on everything at the same time. One thing at a time.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions?
No, I think that was pretty good.
Okay. You keep in touch. Keep me updated with how you're doing. If you have any questions, you can send me a message at any time. And you
Okay.
also have a free replay code review as well. So you can send me a replay code with 4 or 5 timestamps. So like 4 minutes in, 3 minutes in, 7 minutes in. Just give me a few fights that you want me to look at, and I'll send you some feedback afterwards. Sound good?